I'm Christian Triola, author of The Missing Method for Guitar Books, and today I'm going to show you how to play Joy to the World. Now this version of it, of course, is just the melody. I'll have a part 2 that shows you how to strum along with the song. And of course, this is for very beginners, for people who aren't that familiar with how to play the guitar yet. Now that said, I am going to put up some sheet music. If you don't know how to read it, that's okay. You don't have to know how to read it. I'm going to kind of talk you through it as we go. Now, one of the things that's included on the sheet music, which of course you can download that sheet music, we have a PDF that comes along with this video. On it, we have notation, which shows you how to read the notes. So if you don't know how to do that, don't worry. We also have tablature, which is another way of reading guitar music. And what that has is 6 lines, and each one of the lines is a string of the guitar. So the lowest line, the one you see at the bottom, is the one closest to you. It's the thickest string, and then it just goes up by a string from there. So how I refer to them is string 6 is the one closest to you. String 1 is the one furthest from you. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the numbers on the tablature simply tell you which fret to play on the guitar. So if you have string 1, it'll be on that very top line, and the number might be, let's say, a 3. So that means you would press down next to the 3rd fret to get the sound. And then of course use your pick to get it with the other hand. But hopefully you know that part at least. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put Joy to the World, at least page 1, up on the screen here in just a second. And there it is. And now I'm going to play through it a step at a time. So the first thing you want to notice is that Joy to the World starts on string number 2 at fret number 3. So the finger you use is kind of up to you. I'd suggest using your middle finger. And that's because it'll make everything else a little bit easier to play. So use your middle finger, press down at fret number 3 on the 2nd string. You play that note, and you hold it out for 2 beats, or 1, 2, before moving into the next note, which is simply right next door on fret number 2. And then you play the 2nd string with no fingers. That's that first measure, that first little section of music. 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open string, which means no fingers again. Then we move into the next section, which has the 3rd string, 2nd fret is our note. If we play that all together, it's very recognizable. Now, if you're pretty new to the guitar, that's going to take you some practice, just that little section, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you learn this instrument. Now, you notice if you were to sing that, that's Joy to the World, what you have there is your first phrase of music, meaning it's got a starting point and an ending point that's very clear. And so what I'm going to do throughout this is, even though it's divided up into measures, I'm going to think of it in terms of phrases to make it easier to remember. So that first phrase, one last time. So we're going to move on to the next phrase, which starts with the 3rd string open. We have the 3rd string open. 4th fret on the 4th string is next. I use my 3rd finger to get that because it's a little bit easier to do then. Then I can use the index finger on that same string for the 2nd fret, and then that open 4th string. So phrase 2 sounds like that. So you can see the next phrase is going to begin at the end of line 1 with the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So we're back where we started or ended the first phrase. So we play that note, and then we go into the next line with the 2nd string open. Hold that out for 3 counts. Play that same 2nd string open again. Then go to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Hold that out. Stay on that same note for the next note. And then go to that 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And that's kind of a longer phrase, but that's because the notes are held out for so long. So again, we start on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string in line 1, very last note. open, second string again, second string, second fret, second string, second fret, followed by second string, third fret. And that's phrase 3, basically. So far, just to recap. Okay, now the next couple of phrases are a little bit faster sounding, but you don't have to play them fast. When you're first learning, just take it a note at a time. So here we are in basically measure 3 of line 2. The last note is that third fret again of string number 2. We play that twice, then we go to the second fret of that same string open or no fingers. Then we go to the third string, second fret, and play that twice. Once in the last line, once in the next line. So starting that phrase again, second string, third fret twice, second fret, open, third string, second fret. And that's kind of a weird place to stop it, but it kind of gives you enough to practice. So we're going to continue then with the next phrase, which starts on an 8th note, so it's a little bit of a faster note. We play that third string open, and then immediately play the 4th fret of the 4th string. And you can hear that sound. So if I tie that into the phrase before, it sounds like this. So that's really the end of that phrase, let's face it. Okay, so we've got that phrase. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to go back to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, play that twice. Go to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, open 2nd string, followed by the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Open 3rd string, and then that 4th string, 4th fret twice. If you notice, we just repeated what we just played before in that phrase that began in the line before. So we're just kind of repeating ourselves here at this point, which is good to recognize because it makes it easier then to learn the song. All right, let's continue on. We're in line 3, and we are on measure 3, the last note, which is that 4th string, 4th fret. Then we play that same note, but we have 8th notes, which means we play down, up. So we have one just by itself, down, up, down, down, all on the same note. So again, that's heaven and nature sing. That's how it goes. So we have, again, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 0, and then the last line of that first page, 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So that part is fairly easy to get because of all of the same notes. So again, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 0, 2. All right, let's continue on. So we're in measure 13. It's labeled in the corner there, as you can see. We now go to the 3rd string open, then to the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then we go to the 2nd fret and we play that several times. That's the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then at the end of that measure, we go up to that 4th fret of the 4th string, and then the 3rd string open again. So that phrase one more time starts on the 3rd string open, 4th string, 4th fret, 2nd fret, ending, of course, on that 3rd string open again. So now we're getting to the very end of page 1, and page 2 only has 3 measures in it, so there's not much left to go. All right, so we're going to start this next phrase on string 4, fret number 4, and then on that same string go immediately to fret number 2, and then open, all on the same string. 4, 2, 0, all on the same string. Then we jump up to the 2nd string, 3rd fret. So again, starting on that 4th fret. Then we have one last note on this page. It's just the 2nd string open. All right, so I think we're ready to go on to the final page and learn the last section here. So the way I think of it is, even though that 2nd string open isn't on this page, I'm going to play that note so that it makes sense musically. So I'm going to play that open 2nd string, then I'm going to go to the 3rd string 2nd fret, which is the first note on that 2nd page. Then I'll play the 3rd string open again, followed immediately by the 4th string 4th fret, open 3rd string, 4th string 4th fret again, hold that out for an extra beat, 2nd fret on that 4th string, and then finally the 4th string open. So that 2nd page again with that pickup note from the page before, 2nd string open, 4th fret, 2nd fret, open string. And that is how you play Joy to the World. Now that's a lot of information all at once. What you want to do is kind of break that up for yourself into the different phrases. Just watch the video, go back and rewind, listen to just little sections, figure it out. And as you're going along, you'll start remembering things and kind of figuring it out too. So it should be fun to do. I'm going to play it one more time with the backing track so you can hear it all together. So here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, please. And of course, you can subscribe to the channel to get more Christmas songs and of course a lot of other lessons as well. Also, be sure to check out themissingmethod.com. We've got a lot of different books that can help you develop all of your guitar skills, from note reading to learning chords, to learning power chords, scales, all sorts of good things. So make sure you check that out. Again, it's themissingmethod.com. All right, well, you have a good Christmas, and I will see you in the next video.